What's going on, y'all? It's your boy KweyB, aka KweyB Sinatra, and I want to thank you for watching another video. Now, if you guys don't notice and tell by the title, this video is going to be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying something a little bit new right before the New Year's comes around, and I wanted to try something out for you guys to see if you really rock with it. But I got invited to the Baddies USA premiere in Los Angeles, California, and it was quite the experience, to say the least. Make sure you guys stick around to the end of this video because trust me, there are some things that went down that you don't want to miss. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get started with this video. So I got invited to the premiere of the Baddies USA in LA, and if you guys are not aware, and I had to do a little bit of research on this as well because I don't watch reality TV, it's not for me. So you may be thinking, Kwey, why'd you pull up to that event? Well, number one, I got invited. Number two, I think this will be a perfect opportunity for me to do some content and do like a little review. You know, a lot of people have been asking me about the scene out here in LA and what the nightlife is or whatever the case may be and how events go down. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see. I decided to, you know, do a video talking about my experience at this USA Baddies LA. And if you guys are aware of the show, then you would know what to expect when you go to an event like this.
First of all, I ordered a side of chicken and it came from no, bitch, I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna give you all the whole play-by-play, the whole rundown, how I felt about it, what was the overall atmosphere, and I'm gonna give you my final thoughts, and then at the end I'm gonna show you some exclusive footage that you're not gonna find anywhere else on what went down. So this event was hosted by Zeus Network. I want to give a shout out to Zeus for giving me an invite to this event. This is to celebrate the premiere of the Baddies USA. If you're not aware of what the Baddies USA is, it is a spin-off of the Bad Girls Club that they're now releasing on the Zeus Network, and they have a new cast. They have people like Tommy, Sukihana, Natalie Nunn, you know, all the ratchet bitches on that motherfucker, you feel me? We got to the venue, which was in Hollywood, California. As soon as we got there, it was already pandemonium. You know, you had people on the left side of the gate, you got people on the right side of the gate. They had it lined up where, you know, they had an entrance for the people to go and walk the red carpet, or what they call the talent. You know, security was really tight knit over there, and it makes sense why it's tight knit because, like I said, if you're aware of the show and aware of these baddies, some altercations be going down from time to time. It was a bit of a hassle, you know, going through and working my way downtown, walking. It was a kind of a hassle working my way through it because a lot of people were trying to get into this event. Luckily, shout out to all the security guards, shout out to Dutch, and shout out to Jabari for making sure that we were good. Right off the jump, there was a lot of attractive women out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Got some beautiful people out here. I ain't gonna lie, there's some baddies out here. There's some baddies out here for sure. But let me tell you this. This is how I know I was going to be in for a really interesting night. While we were in the front waiting to, you know, get our wristbands and go through to the venue, get checked out by the metal detector or whatever the case may be, we had a homeless man and a trainee arguing with each other. What were they arguing about? I don't know.
Bitch, you win. I wish. What the fuck are you dropping to the floor? $200,000 weed? $200,000 weed? Bitch, $400. Bitch, my grandma was a bad bitch. You have $400. Bitch. You got your motherfucking mind, bitch. You have 400 in your ass. My nigga beat you up right now. Bitch, that's my PR. My nigga beat you up right now. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Why this bitch is fighting with the baddest bitch?
So now, for all my LGBTQ viewers out there, it's no disrespect to her. That's what she referred to herself when she was talking into the camera. I would include it there, but the audio actually cut off. So that was what we were getting into, man. That was just a little pinch of salt. That was only a little bit of what was to come. Artist named Lakia was also making an appearance and doing a performance. And also the main event was Blueface. As you guys are aware or may not be aware, he just recently got released from jail from whatever situation that he got going on. And this was kind of like a coming home type of thing. The performance is actually really good, which I'm going to get into later in this video. We get inside the metal detector. We go to the side of the venues, and right then and there, they had the whole entrance going into the space. Now, as far as the overall setting, I really enjoyed it. It looked really professional, in my personal opinion. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, the ratio was right, man. I think there was more women and fine shit than there was guys, right? So if you wasn't bagging a shorty, man, that's your problem. And, you know, the vibes was already cool. The women is cool. Mind you, I had the camera around, so people were asking me, yo, who are you? What do you do? This, that, and the third. And if you follow me on IG, you know the little segment that I do where I ask people, do you recognize me? I show them the meme, and then we get their reaction. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also pulled up with my guys, Versatile G, Richie Mill, Lavish, and my dog Cash Royal, too. Shout out to him. He actually celebrates his birthday that week, so happy birthday to him.
Hold on, we just gotta make sure we don't bag another nigga bitch.
Yeah, we gotta do a two-man. Right here, we gotta start doing two-man.
Everything is looking right. You got the lighting, the music is flowing, and while we're inside, you already have Natalie Nunn that's on the stage doing her thing. She recently released a record called Do What I Want, which is actually not a bad song if I'm being completely honest.
I've been doing what I want. It's a pickup in the back, but the trunk in the front.
We get inside, I see the baddies. I didn't waste no time, man. I decided to go up and, you know, chop it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Pick their brain a little bit, strike up a little conversation, you know.
Hey, man, you good?
Yeah.
You know, camera shot. Don't get camera shot on me, man.
I'll say hi.
This right here is Asia.
Now, initially going into this event, I really thought it was going to be an actual premiere where they were going to play one of the episodes, I guess the first episode of that season, but no, it was more so like it was giving the same vibe as a club. A lot of music. The DJ was, you know, doing this thing. You can over there get your alcoholic beverages or whatever like that. I didn't end up drinking that night, so I was kind of chilling and cooling for a little bit. They did have a booth on the side over there where they had two guys in a suit looking like Secret Service, and you can do photo ops with them, and they had the little desk and the American flag, which was actually really dope. Now, on the venue, on both sides, they have like VIP sections. And initially we weren't able to get there because they were really tight knit. That a lot of the talent was over in those sections. So they were really adamant at having specific people there. I was able to get on stage and have a good time, but shortly after that, they kicked a whole bunch of people off. But luckily, my cameraman was able to stay on stage and actually get a lot of the performances from the Baddies cast, Lakia, and also Blueface. Now, next, I want to talk about the performances. When I wasn't, you know, interacting and, you know, talking to the shorties a little bit, getting acquainted, you know, I did pay attention a little bit to the performances. I was actually looking forward to Blueface's performance because, I mean, it's his first one since getting out of jail. Lakia went on stage. I ain't gonna lie, she bad as hell. She looked good, man. She looked good in real life. No cap. I'm not even bullshitting. And she put on a stellar performance, man. I'm gonna put the clip right over here for you guys to see. She put on a really good performance, you know. It was really dope. Y'all let me know in the comment section below what y'all think. Now, a lot of people came out to this because, you know, sometimes some of them want to support the Baddies and be ratchet and support Natalie Nunn and the cast, whatever. Or that you got other people that pulled up to see Blueface perform. My personal opinion on Blueface performing, that shit was lit, boy.
Let's go, Baddies, let's go. I want to see you. Let's go. Let's go. Look, I want to see you. Pick it up. Break that shit down. What? Speed it up. Let's go. Bust it down on the day. Bust it. Bust down. Bust it. Bust it. Bust down on the day. What? Bust down, Tatiana. I want to see you. Pick it up. Now break that shit down. 2, 3, 2. Yeah, boy, good thing you do.
That joint was fire. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Blueface. You know, he played all the hits. He played Respect My Crib, all types of shit. I'm gonna insert some clips over here for you guys to check that out. Now, during this time, not only did you have Blueface on stage, you also had the owner of Zeus Network, Lamel Plummer, that was also on stage. Now that we got into the things that I did enjoy about this premiere and about this event, we're gonna get into the shenanigans and the ratchetry that happened. Now, in the beginning, I told you that there was a homeless man and a tranny arguing outside of the venue. That was only a taste, like I mentioned before. So boom, while we're in the venue and Blueface is performing and Natalie Nunn is performing, not one but two fights ended up breaking out in the middle of their performances, bruh. Check this out.
Oh my God. Mariah, relax. You got me in this. Mariah.
Mind you, my cameraman is on stage and I'm somewhere on the side over there. I'm not 100% sure. I was on the other side of the venue trying to enjoy the show. Next thing you know, the DJ's like, yo, what's going on? I'm seeing a whole bunch of wigs flying. Next thing you know, I look to the other side over there. There's a whole bunch of niggas just throwing hands. I'm like, of course, it's only a matter of time until we get a huge brawl in this joint.
Relax.
And I kind of find it funny that people are generally surprised that a fight was happening. If you really are in tune with the Baddies USA and the Bad Girls Club, you understand that every single episode, there's bitches fighting more than once, multiple times. I've seen, like I told you, I never watched the show. I've seen certain clips online. I've seen, you know, females talking about it. Maybe I could do a deep dive on how that's influencing the black culture. If you guys want a video on that, y'all let me know and I can dive deep into that and get into how it could be damaging. Yeah, when the fights broke out, that's when everything, you know, I won't say took a turn for the worse. Eventually, the security guards went in and they did their thing and escorted every single one of them out. But I ended up overhearing one of the females that ended up getting in the fight. Come to find out, I think one of them was trying to steal the other girl's bag and she wasn't going for it, so she used physical force to make sure that, yeah, I'm not going for that type of shit. But other than that, everybody went back to partying. You know, everybody, you know, bitches on the stage shaking their ass. It was as if like I said, everybody had the notion that something like that was going to happen at this venue. So everybody went back to doing their thing. Everybody went back to having a good time. You know, me and my guys went back to, you know, conversating with the ladies a little bit. Now that I got that out the way, I talked about, you know, what was dope from the venue to Blueface, Lakia performing, Natalie Nunn performing, the overall vibe and the type of shorties that pulled up to the event. Now I'm gonna talk about my final thoughts on it. Me personally, will I go to another event like this? I don't know, maybe. Like I said, I got invited to this. You know, I'm at a certain age where I don't really like to get involved with the ratchetry and the ghetto shit anymore, but at the same time, it's like a car accident that you can't just look away from, you know? You don't want to engage in the buffoonery, but at some point you like to look at the fuckery, you know? Minus all the fights and the ghetto shit happening, if I could rate this event, I will give it a solid 8, you know? I give it a solid 8. The ratio was right. There was a good amount of women, and there was a balanced amount of women and men in there. So the women that I was talking to was actually, a lot of them were open to talking and having a good conversation. Maybe it's because we had the camera around and and maybe their guard went down when they realized who I was. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or whatever, but overall, it was a really dope experience. Shout out to Lamel Plummer. Shout out to the Zeus Network. Shout out to Natalie Nunn, and shout out to Blueface for putting on a really dope performance out there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next event. Now, y'all let me know in the comments section below. Are you interested in me going out, popping out, and giving y'all reviews on, you know, the type of functions that I go to? I'm more than happy to show you guys what I usually be getting into as far as the events, you know, so, and also evolve my content a little bit more. It's dope that people know me by the meme, know me by my face, but I think I'm at the point where I want people to know me by who I am as an individual and, you know, the type of stuff that I like to do. So if you're interested in the type of content that I just did today, y'all let me know in the comment section below, you know. Now, I want to ask y'all this, for all the baddies out there or whoever that's a fan of that show, do you see yourself being on that show? I want to get your honest opinion. Real shit. That's going to conclude this video. I appreciate every single one of you guys for sticking around for the whole vid. You a real one. And with that being said, I'm going to catch you in the next video. Peace.